I forgot to talk about respirometers in our respiration review video, so this is just one slide, the respirometer. How this works is we're going to, in this glass vial, we're going to add some potassium hydroxide, KOH, potassium hydroxide. The point of this is that a chemical reaction occurs between the carbon dioxide that is released during respiration. That CO2 is going to combine with KOH to form a solid compound that sticks to the cotton ball and does not take up space in the vial. So all the CO2 being released, instead of being a gas floating around, is going to instead end up a solid that's stuck on the cotton ball that doesn't take up any extra space. What this means is that the only change in gas volume is from O2 being consumed by the organism. So either a cricket or another animal, or sometimes we use germinating seeds, all of which are going to use oxygen gas. They're going to use oxygen gas to carry out respiration. The CO2 that's released is going to stick to the cotton ball because of this potassium hydroxide substance that's on it. So the O2 that is being consumed by respiration is going to get pulled into the vial through this glass pipette. In this picture, we haven't submerged it yet, but what's going to happen when we start our investigation is we're going to put this whole thing underwater. So imagine now that it's underwater. O2 is being consumed. It's being pulled into the vial through the pipette. Because there's no CO2 gas taking up space, the CO2 again is consumed onto the cotton ball. This oxygen gas that's being used is going to be replaced. The volume will be replaced with water because we put the glass vial under the water. So we can measure the rate of respiration. So let's say that we started here at 0 milliliters of oxygen. After 1 minute, the water has moved to here. So all this oxygen has been consumed. 2 milliliters of oxygen has been consumed in 1 minute. So now I have a rate, 2 milliliters per 1 minute. We could change the temperature. Maybe if it was colder, we would get only 1 milliliter per minute. If it was warmer, maybe we would get 5 or 6 milliliters of oxygen consumed every minute. This is a respirometer. It allows us to measure rate. Rate is going to always be over time. Make sure that you keep that in mind. Ethical issues with using animals. We need to make sure that we're keeping the animal away from the KOH. We usually add some kind of mesh or a piece of cotton to keep the animal or the pea seeds away from the KOH. And then, of course, we need to make sure that the animal, for using animals, we need to make sure that we stop the investigation before all the oxygen is gone and this poor baby dies. Using pea seeds is usually a little bit more ethical. We're less concerned about the seeds dying. And that is all I've got about respirometers.